What do you like most about living on the open road?
I like that I only have like 2 sets of clothes. I don't have a choice of, oh, am I gonna wear the hoodie today or this shirt or that, these shorts. 2 sets, that's it.
I think mine's pissing in bottles again.
Well, I was doing that back at the store. So.
Well, yeah, but then we kind of had a little gap there, and it's just nice to be doing it again.
Where are we?
I don't know. I think we're at a truck stop or something.
Where did Bones go?
He's been filling up the tank for going on an hour now. The tanks are fucking huge on these. That's what they don't show you that in the movies.
Hey, I think there are any lot lizards here?
Yes.
Really?
Could be one in this truck.
Dude. Is that how you've been? Me and Bones have been buying bags of chips. You're coming out with like Subway footlongs, dude. Is that how you've been before?
Okay, some of us are trying to get up to our second set of clothes, Dan. We weren't all born with a silver spoon in our mouth, dude.
No, I just had 2 pairs.
Fuck.
5 Delta Romeo, come in.
What is that?
Dan, hit I think it's the CB.
5 Delta Romeo, come in. I know you're out there.
Hello?
5
You gotta say
Delta
over, Dan.
Romeo, do you copy? Over.
Copy over. Hello, copy over.
Is 5DR, that you?
Yeah, who is this?
You don't over?
I'm confused with the over thing.
I think sometimes you say, I don't know, man. Well, is that for pilots or is it for truckers?
I didn't make any bets, dude. I didn't bet over on anything.
Sorry, I'm lagging on my end. Over.
Is this Ventura's you?
That's right. Governor JV coming on. Over.
Whoa, you came up from Baja, dude?
How's Mexico?
No way I'm giving away my physical location on the open airwaves. Over.
Well, you're clearly close enough to be reaching us on shortwave radio.
I've got it's an entire network of boosters.
You're boosting your shortwave radio signal.
This thing's not on Wi-Fi?
I don't know how they work.
They're long waves now, buddy.
Okay.
Over.
So you are still in Mexico? Over?
Doesn't matter where I am. What matters is what I've got a proposal. Over.
How did you even find us? Over.
I've got the intelligence. Over.
Why did you want to find us?
Because if you've been paying attention, I've gotten in the edible game. Over.
Like jerky?
Listen, I'm not gonna have a conversation about what is and isn't edible. I'm saying edible ED. IBLE. Over.
Edible erectile dysfunction.
You talking about the underwear you can eat?
I'm
just figured that out?
I'm gonna make that my second set of clothes, dude. Are you kidding me?
Cannabis for your cock. Over.
Okay.
How does that work? Over.
Does that increase performance or was
You have no idea the holistic capabilities of the cannabis. Over.
bigger
Mr.
loads or more urine?
THC stands for too hard of a cock. Over.
Okay.
You're like 80, Mr. Ventura.
And a rock hard cock. Over.
Is your cock bigger than Arnold's?
My cock walks right through the door. Over.
Well, he's the one that knocks with his cocks. Why is this guy talking?
Listen, I hear you're hauling.
Yeah.
What is
Are you hauling or are you sitting at a desk with a CB radio?
I'm trying to move product over.
Okay. We could
Do you
talk.
want us to haul some stuff for you? Is that what you're saying?
Wow, you're getting it now.
You should have just started with that.
Well,
why didn't you lead with
A,
that?
You didn't
Easier.
recognize who I was. B, you're not playing the game. All right?
I think we're playing the game.
All right, you're on it now after some goddamn guidance over.
I think this shit is illegal in most states now. I'm pretty sure we can transport this.
We're talking high level concentration here.
You
Okay.
can buy it at this truck
The
stop.
purest of pure.
Yeah, they're selling it at the truck stop we're at.
Okay, and now what you'd get in 4 or 5 of these these subpar gummies, you get in one essence. Just
Okay.
one little drop.
All
over.
right, we believe you. Okay, where are you gonna meet us?
Those details don't matter right now. What matters?
Well, they
is-
kind of do. I mean,
well,
we got an empty trailer behind us.
Okay,
We'd like
when you get a bill of lading, there'll be details over.
a bill of lading.
Do you even have a CBL, sir?
A CBL?
Yeah.
I think he's got a
If I have a
CBD.
CDL, obviously I have a CAL, a CBL, and a CCL. So those all combine.
Well,
All
the
right.
only thing that we're playing in here is a little CCR, if you know what I mean.
All right. You got me. I did in fact hear through the grapevine that the 5DR boys now moving goods and services according to what they say about Kron with the lizard lot.
Yeah, dude, come on down. Are you at this truck stop right now?
Hands
Don't
of
look
magic.
to your left. Keep your eyes forward over.
Why didn't you just roll the window
The
down?
next truck. I already seen you. You bald fuck. Where's your rat tail?
It's flowing behind him, dude.
All right, well, you load that shit up. We're not going to help
I'm
you.
not. Who, me?
No, Ventura can load it
Oh,
up. He
okay.
wants us to take it. Well, we're no-touch
Ventura.
drivers, dude. No-touch drivers.
Load it up. Piece of shit.
Over.
We're taking it through a whole new door.
We're right next door. All right. Well, he does that. What are we going to do?
We could pop a movie in.
All right. I'm done.
I think this conversation's inspired me because this week on 5-Day Rentals, we're watching Abraxas, Guardian of the Universe.
Hello and welcome to 5-Day Rentals, the video store podcast on the run. We are back. Leaner, meaner. It is season 3. Tubi Roulette. Thank you, Kron. My name is Bones. I'll be taking you through this 1990 gem, Abraxas, Guardian of the Universe. I'm joined as always, Laundry Dan Kron Howard. How are you, dudes?
Howdy.
Just trying to get another set of clothes, dude.
Listen, all you need is a t-shirt and a kick-ass trench coat.
Gym shorts.
I have a pair of socks right now, dude.
Okay. Just start with the trench coat.
And I can only wear one because I have to cover myself when we go out in public.
You always got to sit on a plastic bag when you drive.
I would kill for a plastic bag, dude.
It's not that bad, okay? We're not getting that sweaty in here. Or are we so sweaty that we can't smell ourselves anymore?
I don't know.
Okay. I shouldn't have even asked.
Let's get
Let's
a big hunk of dry ice at the next truck stop.
No,
Get all foggy in here.
what I'm getting at the next truck stop is a commemorative die-cast 24-1 NASCAR.
Whoa.
I'm going to
Earnhardt's?
get... Oh, it's got to
No,
be,
that's
baby.
some Jeff Gordon bullshit, dude. The only number to get is 3 bones.
Guys, Abraxas, Guardian of the Universe. I was excited when I happened upon, per the rules of Tubi Roulette, let me explain. You open Tubi, you select a genre, you close your eyes, you Konami code. What you end up with, that's what we're watching. Last week we did Campfire Tales. Strong way to start a new season.
The fans are coming out, dude. They're coming out of the woodwork. I guarantee it.
Giant boost to the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And we are going to see a incredible decline as we discuss Abraxas this week. Dan, what's your history with Abraxas?
First watch. Maybe seen the cover a few times, but yeah.
Cronel?
I think this was I think I watched this with Danny. I think we got this for a Cinema Jihad at one point.
Okay. Was it coming back to you as you were watching it?
Yeah, I think this is definitely one that I, probably only saw the one time. And I did remember like the kind of opening, vaguely the storyline. It was about what I remembered it being.
I can see it being confusing because the first 10 minutes of the movie could be easily trimmed down to 3.
Yeah.
So more than repetitive.
The other 70 minutes could have been trimmed down to 43. So
I don't know. I think you cut 7 minutes out of the beginning, and then we get another 7 minutes with that lawyer family that just disappears. What the hell?
well, they drive off.
You have my
leave.
fax number?
They get the hell out of town, dude.
I love to camp in the fall. The cell signal's better.
Yeah, I wrote that line down.
This was also a first watch for Bones. I was aware of it. Quite honestly, it's popped up several times, I think, just with letterbox lists and, other algorithms like, hey, you like Nemesis and other sci-fi shit. This is probably right up your alley. And I'll be damned if it wasn't.
Yeah, this one's a real turd in the water, dude.
Oh.
I mean,
Ouch. Ouch.
Bones is Tom Green, and he pulled it out.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know you each only watched it once, so.
I watched it twice.
I watched this twice.
Wow.
Both viewings I did from my VHS rip, so I don't know if this looked good on Tubi. It looked all right off the VHS tape.
I thought it looked fine. I did pull up your VHS rip and scrub through it a little bit.
Was it the unrated?
No, because I think the only difference, right, is
They cut out boobs.
Yeah, the stripper scene, and there's no boobs on the VHS version.
There's no boobs on Tubi.
No.
I don't know if that version ever got released though.
Those are boobs we lost on the cutting room floor.
Mm-hmm. Maybe they'll
That's
be on
starting out too hot.
They'll be on the 4-disc 4K, dude. Don't worry about it. Cost you $120.
When Arrow gets a hold of it.
Dan, you still live in a state that doesn't require a VPN if you want to look at boobs. So,
Well, I have a VPN, so
wow.
for you guys, I go in sometimes and hit the traffic lights just so I could jerk off. It's for you. I'm like a jerk off Jesus. I suffer along with you for your sins.
Please don't expand on that.
Your sins, I mean, you're jerking.
Why is that a sin? Why did God make it feel good if it's a sin?
I don't feel good after ever.
Why is when I put my I stretch my hand down and I let gravity, which is real by the way, pull my hand down, my hand is right where my cock is. Doesn't make any sense.
That makes all the sense.
If anything, it's weird to
cock?
not have your hand on your cock.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, rate my letterboxed. Rate my letterboxed.
Kron, what if we just refuse?
Let's just drag out this.
It's a new
show,
season.
dude.
Change the show.
I'm going. I hope Bones practices some restraint here, some decency, and doesn't go above 2.5 on this thing. That's what I'm giving you, Bones.
Kron, I'm going to 0.5. Yeah, I'm going to go 3.
See, that's what I think he'll do, but
All right.
I'm hoping season 3. Bones said he's going to be tough, dude. He said he's going to be hard. He's going to be tough.
Yeah. We'll get to it.
It's a new
Anything else?
Bones. His body is riddled with bed bugs.
And you live in the same state as me.
What?
You.
Yeah. Are you just realizing that now?
Yeah.
How are your bed bugs doing?
I'm okay.
It's good.
Did you go back?
They're doing great.
Did you go back to the place?
No, we got an email 2 or 3 days later that they had isolated it, and the investigators determined that it did not spread. I think it was in the lifeguard office.
Is there a bed in the lifeguard?
That thing's supposed to be full of water.
I mean, anything's a bed when you're a lifeguard, right? It's a sexy job.
I've seen Baywatch, dude.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I learned from Baywatch, yeah.
All right, anything up top before we jump into this?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
It's from 1990. Looks like it was made in 1982.
Yep.
No, we would have seen boobs in 82.
Dan, are we shot in Canada, or is it just a Canada production?
From what I read, the scouting crew went to Zimbabwe. They came back to Canada and were like, no, we're going to shoot it here because it looks better. I think that was money issues, but
We blew 3/4 of the budget.
but
trying
yes, all
to get
Canada.
trying to barter our way out of Zimbabwe.
All Canada for this, yes.
Abraxas, Guardian of the Universe, 1990. I think director Damian Lee, who also appears in the movie.
Oh, he does?
I believe so. I believe I can call him out. I might be. Maybe fucking fact check me. I'm not the vice president. I'll allow you to fact check me live. It's totally fine. But I do have a shit ton of eyeliner on.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been vaulted? It's not very pleasant. It involves reinforcement of skeletal and muscle structures by shortwave irradiation and ozone layering to 0.23. Very painful.
We got our man JV, Jesse Ventura, getting blasted.
Yeah,
Getting
just
his
a bunch
vault
of
on.
nonsense words strung together. It means nothing.
This whole movie.
It's called sci-fi, dude.
Well, they don't
It's called
even
imagination. It's called
they don't
world
go-
building.
They don't go back to vaulting ever in the movie.
Oh, he mentions it
Yeah.
several times that he's been vaulted T-squared.
Well, he mentions it, but they never show it to us. Like, no one else gets vaulted. We don't see Secundus get vaulted.
No, but we're told that Secundus changed his DNA. So not
I'm
only
just
is
saying you could have cut this whole opening out. Doesn't fucking matter.
Secundus mentions it whenever he first sees Abraxas. Because he makes fun of the shape of his skull.
yeah, I get where Kron's going with it though. But what we don't need is this narration. We could just would be fine with the word association game that Abraxas is forced to complete while he's getting vaulted. During this sort of association back and forth, the computer's asking him, like, where are you from? Sargosha. We find out he's a finder, guardian of the universe. Yeah, he's a fucking space cop, dudes.
They're like Terminators, but lamer.
Sounds like Damien watched a little too much Blade Runner.
That too.
Finders are required to renew their vows every 100 Earth years. I've renewed my vows about 90 times now. That's right. I've been on the force for almost 10,000 years. What is the law? To defend all life. What is the law? To be loyal to the vow of protection. What is the law? I will have no relationship before my obligations as a finder. That's setting up the syllabus of the fucking movie, man.
What a terrible life.
Yeah, your reward for having no relationships is to get fucking blasted in the skull every 100 years.
He's 11,000 years and never touched another being. Brutal.
And he goes on a mission to kill a kid, and he's not allowed to kill? Movie over. Protect
Abraxas
life.
is getting sent to find and capture his ex-partner Secundus. Through narration, Abraxas tells us that the finders are the cops of the universe, and occasionally one of us goes renegade. Secundus, he's succumbed to the knowledge that he's gained in 10,000 years plus guarding said universe. He's become obsessed with power. Over this, we see flashes of Abraxas and Secundus. They're blasting at each other in these snowy woods. A lot of cut to montage and flash throughout the movie.
Yeah. Well, even the fight at the beginning, it's just explosions and like shots of them holding laser guns.
Yes.
And then it just cuts to an explosion. Like, they're not even really interacting with each other or the explosions. It is just a series of shots strung together.
I almost said, in a better movie, what I do think I should say, in a movie with a bigger budget, these flashes would be like them busting guys throughout the universe. Like it would be a montage of them like arresting aliens and like doing actual Guardian work, not them just using footage that they are going to show you in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Anyway.
See, that would be the better opening, is the two of them doing that. And then you can cut to X amount of years later, and now they're hunting, Abraxas has to hunt Secundus.
Yeah. If at the end of this podcast we haven't like written a script, I think we have to apologize, right? Like all of this is how I would do it. I do sometimes get like self-conscious about that. But art's meant to be reviewed, right?
I don't know. I mean, wasn't the only script that Ebert ever wrote like Beneath or Revenge of the Valley of the Dolls or some shit? Yeah.
Beyond the Valley of the Dolls?
Fuck this. This is hard. I'm just going to sit in front of the screen and...
Yeah, I think we can just critique without ever doing anything productive.
What's the easiest way to rate a movie? Oh, there we go. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
He loved this one.
We get this kick-ass model of this outpost. Where? I don't know. Somewhere in space. We got these two guys. These are our... who the fucking Muppet characters? Waldorf.
Beaker.
Yes, there are Beaker and
Ernie.
Waldorf. Yeah. I think we just mixed 3 different duos. Statler and Waldorf, something like that.
Statler and Waldorf, Bert and Ernie. I don't know who Beaker's teamed up
I'm
with.
not even confident it's Waldorf. I don't think I can get his stat. It doesn't matter.
I think it's Statler and Waldorf.
Okay. These two guys, these are Dar and Height.
I think they might be my favorite dudes in the movie.
Height and Dar?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Dar is the director. The guy with the little ponytail.
Well, that's confusing. I mean, Ventura's got a little ponytail in this thing.
Yeah, we haven't mentioned it. Abraxas does have a rat tail.
He's doing the Connery thing, you know, like late 80s, early 90s. Connery was like obsessed with like, how can my character have a ponytail?
Yeah, but Jesse is
No Connery.
3/4 bald at this point in his life.
Yeah, so that's you hang on to whatever hair you do have left.
He has the back horseshoe and a rat tail.
He always did, though.
I mean, back when he was wrestling, though, he had a full head of hair. I don't think you can have a rat tail if you're that bald.
He also shaved his mustache for this role.
I think he looks pretty good.
Not bad.
He's still solid beefcake, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Height and Dar, they're not quite command because Height has some fucking like animosity that he should be at command, but now he's stuck at some goddamn outpost. But Dar is filling him in that son of a bitch, it looks like Secundus has warped his DNA. He's on the way to some planet. Looks like he's about to bear the Colmater. Well, turns out this small planet, this planet they call Earth. And Dar has tasked Abraxas to go after him. We see Secundus, he's sneaking through the woods. It's snowy. Abraxas also on his tail. He's got some sort of laser space pistol. Now we start getting narration from Secundus. And Dan, who is playing Secundus, our new reigning 5DR returning champ?
Oh, it's, Sven?
Sven Thorson?
Sven Ole Thorson.
Yeah.
Thor?
Ole?
Yeah,
Sven Ole?
I guess.
Yeah. Abraxas cannot possibly understand my motives. He believes in right and wrong. What were you saying, Dan?
Go ahead. I was going to name all the movies he's been in.
Oh, on Deadly Ground.
Mm-hmm.
Running Man.
Abraxas.
Damn it. I was going to say that one.
You mentioned one earlier.
Earlier in the day?
No, earlier in this episode. Nemesis.
Oh, okay.
Hostage. HT. What is HT? Hard Target.
Oh, yeah. Abraxas and Secundus, they start exchanging fire.
End of Days.
Each shot is actually different in intensity. Some of them result in sparks. Some of these shots result in full-blown fireballs. Mm-hmm. No matter how close they get to each other, they seem to be unharmed. But
didn't notice that.
Abraxas does shoot the rifle out of Secundus's hand. Then all of a sudden, this Pontiac pulls up, parks on this snowy road. Got this couple in there. Dude's trying to get frisky with the lady in his car. Is this the theme running through Tubi Roulette?
I think so, dude.
Dude's trying to get some with a reluctant lady in a car.
That's how all these start so far. We'll see what you got, Dan.
Yeah, so got RVs as well.
Yeah.
Does he turn his car off?
Yeah, it's going to get so hot once they start fogging it up in there, dude.
I don't know, dude. They're in Canada in the winter. It's probably like -20.
It could be like June. You never know.
Nothing warmer than skin-on-skin friction, baby.
The ground is covered in snow, Dan.
Yeah, but the inside of
June.
that inside of their car is about to be covered in moisture. Secundus approaches the car. The couple starts freaking out. Guy can't get the damn car to start. So to Kron's point, if it's notorious that your car's difficult to start, I don't know if I'm turning it off when I'm not around a source to jump it.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't have an answer box on me, you got to be a little cautious. Secundus punches through the window, pulls this dude out through said window, gets in.
Oh, this is a great scene because as he's pulling that guy out, that guy screams, "Run for it, Sonia!" He's like, "Save yourself."
Are you a birthing member of the human race? What's that?
Would you guys want an answer box?
I have a Apple phone.
Yeah,
I guess that's probably is.
Yeah, you guys got answer boxes.
What's that? The new smart sunglasses, like the AI glasses that they have now. Have you seen those? You heard about these?
Nah.
No. Okay.
Do you guys use Surrey?
Never.
No.
No, I don't ever.
I would say 99% of the time Siri has been activated on my phone, I've immediately said I didn't want this, or I'm pressing the button to get it to go away. Hey Siri. There she is. Go away now. Are you a birthing member of the human race?
I am.
Huh? I need your body. Abraxas is warned by his answer box. Now, I have a question about this. So these guys at an outpost light years away are able in real time to monitor what's going on.
Yeah.
As is the answer box. Or they are communicating through the answer box to Abraxas. That's some incredible tech, man. He's warned that Secundus has a birthing member.
I mean, we talked to the guys on the moon. I mean,
yeah, it takes like 14 fucking minutes, though.
still did it.
Okay. Can't take that away from you. You are 100% correct.
Yeah.
We have talked to people on the moon. Abraxas steps out in front of the car. He gets hit, but Secundus, he's not a winter driver. He doesn't know how to handle a rear-wheel drive. Slides into a snowbank. Sonia, our damsel, she gets out, takes off.
He slides at the end of the movie, too. He's a terrible snow driver.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a bad driver in general.
He's got moves on that motorcycle, though.
He almost falls off that fucking motorcycle, dude. He nearly botched that.
The thread of this, if somebody were to ask, like, what's the plot of Abraxas? I would say, it's about an alien who steals 5 cars in 80 minutes.
Yeah. And goes to a strip club for no reason at all.
He believes anything he's told.
He does, and he's also weirdly nice about it. Like, he thanks people. Like, if you're not actively in his way.
Yeah, you ain't got it. You ain't got it.
Yeah. We'll get to that. We'll get to what quite possibly is the best scene of the movie. All right. Our damsel, Sonia, she's taken off, but she doesn't get very far before Secundus grabs her. And he says, I really do need your body. Places his hand over her tummy. Get this blue flash. DNA infusion complete. Reproduction commenced. Where's the fun in that?
Yeah, you don't even get to have a good time.
Yeah. Abraxas.
I guess it's not so bad that you have to pledge abstinence then. If all you, like, the only thing you're giving up is waving your hand over someone's belly.
Yes.
It's really not that, it's not that bad of a trade-off.
And I guess there's no consent here. It's an absolute fucking horrible thing he does to her.
Yeah, but you know how hard he was when he touched that belly?
Yeah, maybe he's got those new Jesse Ventura gummies.
He didn't have to go fucking get a hamburger afterwards.
ED edibles.
For
Edibles.
ED.
Edibles.
Edibles for ED.
Abraxas catches up to Secundus at the river. Secundus is, he's never done it before. So he's like having to splash cold water on his face and shit. What happened to your face? I was vaulted. T squared. Looks like they covered your face in plasteel. Or no, yeah, it's later in the movie where she says like steel, and he's like plasteel actually.
Mm-hmm.
Or to be more precise.
She slaps him.
Yeah. All right. Secundus says he's won. The girl will bear my child, the culmator, the one that will be able to compute the anti-life equation. The most sci-fi sounded shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
This side of Dune, baby.
Doesn't matter.
To stop me, you have to kill the girl. I know you. You can't do that. The computer cuts in to say that Secundus will be sent to a prison planet via travel warp.
Why didn't they just do this before he impregnated the lady? If they could have zapped him to the penal planet at any point in time.
I think Abraxas has to have his gun pointed at him. And
I don't know.
maybe be within VD range.
Venereal disease?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Abraxas' computer advises him that he must kill the woman. What?
They transmit it by waving their hand over your genitals, dude.
That's it.
Yeah. It's all it takes.
Guys, Sonya's already given fucking birth, dude. Her stomach starts to expand quickly. Abraxas runs over to find her. The computer's counting down like, you got 30 seconds. Within like a minute, she's ready to give birth. And Abraxas runs over. He points his gun at her, locks eyes. She's freaking out, but he can't do it. He walks away.
Well, he was always pro-choice, right?
Yep. It is the right of the birthing member of the species. I'd like to see a birthing member of the species as president before I die.
How did you get back in here?
This is Bones.
Oh.
I heard you guys talking to him through he's fucking cracked the window.
It's got a loud voice.
All right. Height back at Outpost. He is fucking pissed. He said, this damn kid could be an actual culmator. Reminder, culmator is one that might be able to process the anti-life equation.
You know, I've watched a lot of movies, and every time they say culmator, I think of towmater, and this is a whole different movie when you see it as towmater.
Towmater. That's Larry the Cable Guy in Cars.
Yep.
In the morning, we follow Sonya. She trudges through the snow. She walks up to this bridge over this river.
Wait, you guys aren't going to kick me off the podcast for that?
For what?
For towmater?
I kind of get why you made the reference. I'm honestly kind of confused why Bones knew it.
So you're blaming him
By
over me?
that Bones knew it?
I'm just more confused. Because when you said, it reminds me of Towmater, I was like, the fuck is Dan talking about?
I don't know what he was talking about.
Yeah,
What?
you just said what it was.
His name's Towmater? In Cars?
Yes.
I thought he was just Mater, a tow truck.
Towmater. TOW.
Yes.
Tow truck.
Okay, I thought I was just doing like a punch up, like a tag to that. I didn't realize that was his actual name.
We went and watched Cars.
Who?
You and I.
No.
That sounds right.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
Said Towmater was your
I asked you to go with me as a fucking friend, okay?
Little did I know that
It's
25 years later.
It's too fucking creepy when you look like me and you go to Cars alone.
Yeah, bringing Dan with you made it less weird.
Well, I dressed him up. He had a little sailor suit on and shit, little pinwheel hat, giant lollipop.
I love Cars. My dad's taking me.
Shut up. Watch the movie. You're being rude to everybody. You got to teach them young, am I right? And I like went to
I
elbow
want
the lady
cotton
next to me
candy.
and I hit her tit and shit. We had to move a seat over. It was a bummer. In the morning, like I said, we follow Sonia. She's up. We know what she's about to do, but she can't do it, man. She loves this alien baby. She goes the only place she can. She goes to her parents' house. Turns out, real fucking dickhead.
This is the most confusing scene of the entire film.
I feel for her. I mean, what a story for those parents.
It feels like she was just there last week, right? It doesn't feel like they have not seen her for months or years.
I think it would be harder explaining to her parents that she married Jim Belushi in real life.
See,
they are married to each other in this movie.
I feel like they would be like, why do you have a baby? Because you haven't been pregnant at all, ever.
Maybe she hid it really well. It's cold, so she's able to layer up and maybe hide it. But again, she's even like, I can't even explain it to you.
She's like, there was snow, jazz, and aliens, okay?
There was a car that wouldn't start. There was a finder.
Oh, hey, you like that? You like that saxophone?
Was that you, Bill?
Oh, that was all me. I played the entire score.
Well, they loved your tracks because they constantly use them.
I know. They
How
just
much
kept. I did it for free.
You didn't make any money off that?
I did it for the love. Tooting on that reed.
I heard that you scored the strip club scene on set in camera.
Oh, they brought me in for sure.
And you were also the hand double, right?
I did all of it.
Yeah, they said the strip club was a 2-day shoot.
I made it too. They said we could get this shot in 30 minutes, and I said, I don't think so.
You ever seen The Devil's Honey?
I've seen it. I wrote it. I wrote the opening. Lucio brought me in.
You ever seen Cars?
Not once. Be pretty weird if I did.
Not if you dressed your friend up like a little kid.
Oh, that's a bridge too far.
You should have dressed Al Gore up like a little boy.
Nah, I don't think so. I was watching hardcore pornography at the time.
At least you admit it, sir. Hey, by the way, are you going to come back for the third term if that works out, I guess?
Oh, if you could start doing threes?
Yeah.
You've been doing threes for a long time now.
I wouldn't mind getting back up to my dirty deeds.
Using those tunnels to your advantage, huh?
They had to squeegee those tunnels out when I left.
Heard the fire department went in there and just opened those hoses up.
You basically had to crawl through them. They were so fucking gunked up.
We miss you, Bill.
I miss you.
Mm-hmm. Assault rifles miss you too.
Guess I'm going to go back to Hill Dog now. You know what she sucks?
Cigars?
All the fun out of the room. Good seeing you boys. I'll talk to you later.
That's a strong one to end on there, Bill.
Love you, Bill.
Why is he in this truck stop parking lot?
Hey, the only man to ever balance the budget, okay?
Well, I think most recent to balance the budget. I bet like Lincoln did it.
I mean, he's the most zenned out president ever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at this fucking point, I'll take George W. I mean, I don't know.
Shut up. Stop it. We can't quit.
I mean, he's a war criminal, but, you know.
Better the fun war criminal. Better the war criminal you want to have a beer with. Now watch this drive. All right.
I mean, that's a good line, though.
Her parents kick her out because they don't believe that, this is some miracle baby. Think, she's a floozy or she's purposely hiding the identity of some deadbeat dude. Sonia goes to the local court, has to register the kid with a very frustrating government official. She names him Thomas Murray. And now we get her narration. Thomas never laughs.
Whose point of view is this movie from?
I thought okay. Later on in the movie, when we get the awkward, would you like to come sit up here with me? I'll tell you a story. I thought maybe that was going to be like, at some point, maybe that would explain the narration. Like he would just re-say those lines that he said in the first part. Like, okay, maybe that would make sense, but
hey, if you're a parent, don't ever let your child get into bed with a topless Jesse Ventura. It's coming up, folks.
Yeah.
You guys would say, yeah, go ahead.
No.
I know Bones would get in bed with him. Obviously.
I wouldn't make my kid do anything I wouldn't do myself.
If he stayed over and he's like, I want to tell you, you wouldn't climb in bed?
Yeah. Dude's got a shit ton of stories, dude. Thomas never laughs. He never cries. He never makes a sound. What were you going to say, Kron?
Nothing. I don't think you would crawl into bed with shirtless, rat-tailed Jesse Ventura.
I think he would.
I don't believe Kron Howard would fucking piss in a humidifier, but I play along with it. I hate it. I fucking hate it.
What?
Goddamn, I respect it. All right. So apologies.
Are you guys wanting to bring that back in season 3?
No, there's no room in the truck. All right,
I can pick one up at the next stop,
sharing
dude.
a bed.
All right, I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna jot it down for supplies later.
Cut to 5 years. We get a sweet montage of Sonia just being a great mom, playing football out in the snow. She talks about how she's never told Tommy about his father, where his father came from. And this is like mixed in with flashes of explosions and sparks. Abraxas, he's being briefed and chewed out by Height and Dar. They're still at this fucking outpost. Guys, take the hint. You're not command material.
No. I mean, how long have they been there? 20,000 years at this point?
Yeah.
They remind me of the two guys from Heavy Metal, like that crashed the ship. Get high and shit.
The coke heads?
Yeah.
All right.
Is Sonia hot?
Yes.
I think so too.
God damn, there are
She's pretty hot.
Like the lip gloss, the green eyes, that fucking hairstyle. Oh yeah. I think she gets better as the movie goes on too.
Yeah.
She's got like an incredible warmth about her. Oh, it's oof.
Fucking Jim Belushi.
Yeah. Literally.
That's weird.
Secundus has escaped from penile planet Turinus 7. Son of a bitch.
She's a two-timer for 5 Day Rentals. She was a waitress and thief.
Whoa. Not the main one, though. That's Tuesday Weld.
We record on Thursdays. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. The main chick in Thief is a waitress at first.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Okay.
We record on Thursdays.
Actress is named Tuesday.
Did you guys pause when they showed all of Secundus's stats on the screen?
There was no point on the VHS rip.
Okay. Well, I did.
Kron has an excuse. I don't.
File N12860, name Secundus, classification Renegade Finder, race Sargosian, weapons an A20 particle beam, a 72 projectile sender, Gamma 6, Citron gas cert.
He's Citron gas certified?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's like that's the best Citron too. A lot of people can only handle like Citron liquid.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a dude in Hollywood where his fucking job is to come up with sci-fi terms? Is that a job?
I hope so.
Yeah, it's called writer.
Like, is this in the script or is this just like the prop department?
Got really into it.
I'd say somebody wrote it.
Yeah. Well, I'm only a quarter of the way through. So, equipment, proton deflector, answer box, vibrational detection, skeletal reinforcement, strength 26, intelligence 86. Holy shit.
Whoa.
Speed 32.
That's inflated.
I don't believe that speed is above strength. Not at all. Weapon skill 3.7. So why on that one do you go to a smaller?
That could only be like a 5-point scale, maybe.
Yeah, that's true. Or it's like, if you see the decimal in there, it means like 3,700, and they're just saving space. Energy 18, resistance 7, acceleration 14. I don't believe that. What's that scale? It's got to be 1 out of 100, right?
Yeah.
Eyesight 20, hearing 8.3, intuition 8, observation 8. I don't know. Guy has difficulty like understanding what a woman is and how to order from a diner. Flexibility A. Not seeing it. Not seeing it.
Wait,
right.
It goes to A for flexibility rating?
Yeah, maybe it's the Resident or the Japanese scale where there's S and S plus still.
Yeah, but all the other rankings are numbers.
Oh, observation was a B.
Oh, okay.
And as I'm looking at this now, I like at first glance, intuition was an 8, but that might be a B. All right, Secundus, no doubt, he's going to find this kid. The readouts.
Do we have Abraxas stats?
No, we don't show Abraxas stats.
Fuck.
Which I would have loved. The nerd in me would have loved to compare those stats.
Dan, they're still classified because he's an active finder.
Yeah, he's still out there.
Good point.
Yeah.
Great point, Kron. The readouts have confirmed Tommy is in fact a Colmater. Height and Dar, they remind us that finders, per mandate, cannot be ordered to execution.
The only order they give him in this movie is to kill a child. Over and over.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a Colmater.
Okay, but it's the one thing that he's prohibited of doing, and it's the one order they give him through the entire film.
At one point in the movie, I thought, the loophole is going to be that Abraxas is going to deputize Tommy as a finder.
I thought they would take off together in the end, like to their planet.
Mm-hmm.
But
do you want to shit on this spaceship with me? I'll tell you a story.
Oh, you're going to be vaulted now. It's going to hurt real bad.
T squared.
Bring some Kleenexes.
Abraxas, he's being sent back to Earth, and he is ordered once again to kill the kid before Secundus can find him and reveal the anti-life equation. They're going to use travel warp, which is a galactic subway-like travel system.
No, it's copied from Terminator 2.
Unfortunately, no, that's time travel.
Most of the movie is, Dan, so don't let that get you bogged down.
Unfortunately, so they are able to connect Abraxas to the travel warp that Secundus is on, and it's going to be a water landing because that's the only clearance they have. Earth is 70% water, by the way. But unfortunately, the streams cross right at the end. Unfortunately, that means Abraxas loses all of his weaponry. But Dar points out, well, so does Secundus, and his answer box is all fucked up, so he's going to have to charge it. We see Sonia in a meeting with Tommy's principal.
Wait, does the water hurt Abraxas?
Yeah, I was wondering that too. His must have been rough.
Because when he comes out, like, Secundus, he kind of comes out all right. Abraxas comes out like shrieking and like he's on fire.
I took it as something like when the streams crossed that they like they got the wiggles or something in them, you know? So
Is that what happens when streams cross?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know, like when your stream gets split because you got some stuff stuck in there, and then it like clears out, and then you get like full flow, like that relief. It's like the opposite, or maybe it's like pins and needles, like you're playing Balatro on the toilet for too long, and
we can figure all
Pins
this
and
out.
Needles in there.
We can figure all this out next in-person record. It's fine.
Let me show you guys the 5 splitter.
it's not crossing streams if mine just floods and overtakes yours.
It's still crossing.
All right, we get our Jim Belushi cameo. He's once again playing a principal.
The principal.
You ever seen The Principal, Kron?
Never.
That's
You might be
one.
next week.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
God, I hope.
That's what you hit on Tubi Roulette, dude?
So many times I've floated like a like the savior teacher category. Maybe I talked about this on the substitute. Like, you know, your dangerous minds, your stand and deliver, your 187,
Your sister acts.
sister act. Well, 2.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Yeah.
My wife does say that's the best one.
Lean on me.
We are still needing hosts for that
Our sister act series.
Our substitute category.
substitute category.
Which,
so reach out.
if you've picked up on context clues, we are going to need all the help we can get soon because the guy that does 55% of the work around here,
I'm here still.
shut the fuck up, Mr. Tomater.
Who's that?
You set me up. Fucking set me up. All right, yeah, Belushi is the principal of this school, and he thinks he's some damn psychiatrist trying to diagnose Tommy. Like, this is a normal school for normal children, and your son keeps getting bullied. And she says, well, why don't you just ask these kids to quit pushing him and bullying him? Have you ever tried that? And I don't know if this is meant to be a joke because he's like, no, that's a good suggestion. I honestly haven't
Seems
thought of
like
that.
Well, you said he was being like a psychiatrist. I think he's just a stupid person.
Yeah.
Because he's like, hey, these kids bully your kid all the time. She's like, have you talked to them?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, it's a radical idea.
What?
What?
All right, Secundus, he's up. He's running from Abraxas. And yes, this chase does go on for as long as it feels, them running through this creek bed.
Well, they
and through
also
the
run
woods.
very slowly. These are 2 men that have not done substantial cardio.
Yeah,
in
there's no way they've got 32 speed.
No.
No way.
We could have got some young bucks in here that would tear these woods up.
Yeah.
Some Benicio del Toros, some Alec Baldwins. I don't know.
Yeah. All right.
Fucking Hopkins was faster in the edge than these guys.
Mm-hmm. Well, his speed rating was 53, so that makes sense.
All right. We're going to get some Secundus narration in here where he's talking about like in hand to hand. Fucking Abraxas can't take me, but I got to charge this fucking answer box. He comes across a family out on a fall camping trip. Dad absolutely loves camping in the fall because the cell reception is better.
He must have MCI, right?
Wow, good pool, Kron.
God damn, I was hoping Gary Busey would show up and snap these people's necks.
No,
I like my burgers rare.
All right, so this is cut in. Apologies for the sniffling, by the way. All right, so Abraxas catches up. There's a quick hand-to-hand here. Secundus gets the better of him pretty quick, throws him down into this creek. Now, Secundus startles this family. Dad's like, can I help you? they're being polite at first. He pushes past them, goes to their Jeep Cherokee, tries to use his answer box to start it, says, I have insufficient power. Starts pressing this dude. I need your keys, your boots. I just need your keys.
Mm-hmm. You guys like the old Cherokee? I think those look rad as hell.
I'll leave that
You don't like them?
I'll leave that to the former owner.
That's like this is what, 1990? Yeah. So they probably just changed them. Probably still making the Commander at this point.
Well, I mean, they had that square body well into the mid-90s.
Yeah. And that's what I like. I like that square body Cherokee, dude.
Yeah.
You want like a good 94, 95.
What Kron really wants is a fucking Land Rover or Range Rover.
No, I don't think so. I don't want either one of those, dude.
Don't ever buy a Jaguar product.
I would rather have a Bronco or a Cherokee than either one of those.
The fucking Eagle just took off, dude. All right. He's pushing this guy around, asking for the keys. This guy, he's a fucking lawyer. He can sue for harassment. Tries to get the better of Secundus, throws the keys into the fire.
Oh, when Secundus comes up on him, he's like, what's your driving record? I have quality insurance. I can't cover high-risk drivers.
He can tell. He knows that Secundus is a shitty driver.
Mm-hmm.
This whole key in the fire thing, just to prove that he can hold something that's hot.
No.
We're going out of our way.
This is to slow Secundus down a little bit. So the father gets nervous after Secundus puts his hands on him, orders his son to dig the keys out of the fire. Secundus takes them, can handle the heat, like Dan says. He takes off. I think this is stolen car number 2 of the movie. Abraxas jumps on the hood of the car, but can't maintain, gets tossed. We see Sonia at the Granary, which is the store that she owns and operates. She's there with Johnny, the new deputy in town.
What was the movie that had the Jeep just fucking going down the hill that we covered?
Was there, the Jury, was there a crazy Jeep chase in that?
What, we just had one.
Going down the hill?
Yeah, it came down the hill.
That's that same Busey movie where they're on that
Rage?
like icy road. Yeah. Because he has her in the back of the Jeep and he's like...
Well, they're in the back of the van. I thought he was running.
Well, the other guy's running. Busey has her in the car. The other cop is running, trying to catch them as they're going down that hill.
Yeah.
That's right.
Because the vehicle's doing like all the switchbacks on the road and he's just beelining it like
through him
straight.
Yeah, but he's on foot though.
Yeah, but still had a Jeep, so...
I think Busey's got her in a Jeep, right?
Yeah, because he steals her.
He's in a. They're in a van. Is it
I thought it was.
They're in like.
No,
kind of
he takes a Jeep down the hill, I think.
Okay, it doesn't matter. We cover a lot of fucking movies.
There's probably been several Jeeps,
and it takes 3 hours to get through one that's an hour and a half, if that. So, all right. The important takeaway. This is that Johnny is into Sonia so much so that he's like become a health nut. He's all about all the organic produce and shit that she sells, the wheatgrass shots.
Nah, he goes home and he wants his burger rare.
Mm-hmm.
The lawyer's family, they load up into the RV that they still have. They head back home. Abraxas stops him in the street. Could you please provide me with ground transportation? And like the look of shock and nod from this dad of like, okay, at least this guy's nice about it, I guess.
Why did they bring an RV and a Jeep for a family of 3?
So they could leave it, go get provisions?
Yeah. You don't want to waste all your gas in your RV. It's expensive to fill that up.
Well, how much gas are you wasting hauling a fucking Cherokee around behind your
Maybe the
RV.
wife drove the Cherokee and he drove the RV.
That's 100% what happened.
Yeah, but why are they doing that?
Or maybe
for
they're
three people.
Maybe they're letting the son get some practice out on some dirt roads.
Maybe they have another friend couple that they swing with 5 miles down at another campsite, and they'd rather just drive the Jeep over there than the fucking RV.
So while the kid's sleeping in the RV, they sneak out in the Jeep.
Yeah.
I feel like the whole
Go
point
have
of the
sex with Tom and Mary
In
over
the
there.
creep Jeep.
the whole point of the RV is to get the family all together, though.
Yeah, that's what you think now. But when you actually get the family in the RV, you're like, kill me. You don't want to do that.
I thought the whole point of an RV was to argue with your wife about going to see where a bunch of cannibals ate each other.
And then get horny and then do doggy and grab her tits
And
Yeah,
sprain your
behind.
wife's ankle.
Yeah, break
So-
her ankle.
so nobody else can see him.
Yeah. Abraxas tells these
360.
this lawyer and his family that he's a cop. The wife's like, local police, you don't look local to me. Perhaps you'd have some local clothing I could wear.
Weird.
He also tells his family that, like, he starts explaining the science of VD, and they're shocked at first, and he has to say, vibrational detection. This is some pseudo science explanation as to how these answer boxes can track one another. Some sort of cloaking device.
You
Johnny
think
and
an
the-
alien could show up and explain to 5DR VD, and we're not
I mean, when
running with that?
when Ventura says my box has VD, I wrote down who wrote this movie. Me, because
See, this is where the
stupid.
My check.
I
This
feel
is
like
stupid as hell.
the movie's coming online at this point. I think the humor just takes too long to hit. This is sort of the point where it's like, oh, I think they realize what they've got, and they have to lean into that a little bit more. And I think it works.
Fuck, we should have done a 4.
Johnny and the sheriff, they're walking the beat. Johnny notices that there's a forklift that's parked in front of one of the diners.
Johnny is an asshole cop, dude.
Absolutely.
He goes into this diner, starts like, he's like, whose fucking forklift is that? That's not registered.
Needs a safety inspection ASAP.
Yeah.
He's not OSHA. He's a fucking sheriff.
But then as
Yeah,
soon
but
as soon as the owner of the forklift stands up and he's 7 feet tall,
Terrible cops.
Johnny is just like one of these shitty cops that has a hard on for fucking people's days up. I mean, the sheriff is pretty cool. He's chill. He's like, that dude goes from town to his farm. He never bothers anybody.
Mhm.
Like, just fucking be cool, man.
he
Like,
got a
chill out.
DUI last year, so he can't drive his actual car.
So he drives a fucking forklift.
Yeah,
truck.
he's doing a what was his name? George Jones. Is that the guy famous for driving the lawnmower to the bar?
He stopped loving her today.
Thank you, Dan.
You're welcome.
Secundus's answer box leads him to a local garage where it would get adequate power to recharge. Secundus makes his way inside, starts knocking over Pepsi bottles for some reason.
Fuck Pepsi, man. We're a fucking Coke podcast anyway.
No, Pepsi
No.
over
Dude,
Coke.
crazy take.
You guys are both Pepsi dudes?
No. I'm saying Bones had a crazy
Okay.
take right
Thank
there.
you, Kron, because I was about to quit.
Sorry, I'm taking Pepsi over Coke.
That slimy ass.
I could get by on, I think, just Coke. If I need to throw something else in, give me a Sprite. Both under the Coke umbrella.
Coke product.
Yeah.
Slimy, you could have drank 2 Cokes for that episode, and I would have been, or 2 Pepsis, and I would have been like, yeah, that's slimy. That counts for greasy, grimy, slimy.
See, I'm taking 7-Up over Sprite.
No.
These are insane, dude.
Who the fuck are you? We don't even know this guy, dude. Wow.
I'm a man
Things
alone.
have changed.
Can't wait to go see Cars and get a Pepsi Cola.
When I roll up to a drive-thru and I'm like, let me get a Diet Coke, and they're like, we only have Pepsi, I leave. Like, I just drive off. Like, what the fuck? The fuck is wrong with y'all? You don't deserve my business.
I have nothing to apologize
Anyway,
for.
Thank you for Pepsi for supporting 5D Rentals.
I mean, you could apologize for your taste buds not working.
Maybe mine are just more evolved.
No.
It's the taste of a new generation, baby.
There's a reason the president has a Diet Coke button. It's the only policy I agree with.
I will say that Diet Coke, I would take over Diet Pepsi.
Well, we're getting somewhere with that.
But if we're talking diet game, there's a goat, baby. Diet Dr. Pepper. If I was forced to select one major soda, it's Diet Dr. Pepper.
You are a 57-year-old woman who still smokes a pack a day.
If I have to have a diet drink, give me a fucking black coffee, dude. I'm not.
Well, it's your apples and oranges now. I mean, that's
a whole different
yeah.
time of the day, Kron.
I ain't wasting my time on a diet soda is all I'm saying.
Sometimes you need a little effervescence, though.
Have a beer.
It's really, in my life, coffee, beer, Diet Coke.
Yeah, you're American.
I'm trying to get off Red Bull, so I've been doing liquid death. So,
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with Bones on this one.
Get
It
some
tastes like
fucking
drinking a battery.
Just get some sleep, dude.
Nobody has time to sleep.
Have a beer.
Local shop owner comes in.
I can't at work.
Secunda says, "You're quite a big man. Big enough to take you. What the fuck are you doing in my shop?" Secundus easily grabs this dude by the throat, and now he orders his answer box to run the anti-life equation test. Answer box says, this dude doesn't have it. If I run that test, it would result in discorporation. Secundus orders it to do it anyway. Boom, this dude explodes. Secundus takes this dude's coat. I don't know why I wrote that in the notes. Not really that important.
Now he has a coat. And
Abraxas gets dropped off.
Knows.
Abraxas gets dropped off by the family. They've hooked him up with some local clothing, like a t-shirt, this really kick-ass trench coat. And the funniest little bit of the movie is, I must locate Secundus, and he fucking takes off like a 3-year-old who just learned how to run.
Why does that family have those clothes?
Because
you have
2 sets of clothes whenever you go RVing.
The dad is 98 pounds. Jesse Ventura is 300 plus.
Look,
that guy doesn't have any clothes that fit.
It's the mother's dad's coat. You know, it's a hand-me-down. It was in the back of the RV.
Look, the writers did great at sci-fi terminology.
Yes.
But story-wise, this is where we kind of ran into some issues. Throw an RV family in there.
Your issue so far is that there's an RV family and they happen to have a trench coat.
Oh, they have big people clothes. They're all small.
That one couple we used to swing with, that guy was 7 foot.
Yeah, there you go.
He's big as hell.
Maybe they laid that, they laid that trench coat over a puddle so they could fuck on it.
You think they hooked up with
I was going to say, who was that weird couple from Staten Island that we fucked the other night?
You think they hooked up with Pin?
That chick had the meats, dude.
Ricky Ricks. Ricky Rick's in the meat.
They
What were you
hooked up
saying,
with
Carl?
Penn from Tough Guys Don't Dance. I mean, he would be kind of that body,
Yeah.
that build.
Our lead lady here, Sonia, did star in something called Murder One. It's like
Whoa.
I think a
That's the
TV,
worst one, dude.
That's the worst
episode.
murder, dude.
I've seen that today. I was like, oh, look at that. Murder One, the worst one.
All right. You got Sheriff and Johnny. They're going back and forth. Sheriff's getting him he's giving him an earful about there's interpretation of the law and there's letter of the law, right? You came from the big city to chill out. This is small town. There's no issue. There's no bad guys here. Right as he says that, radio traffic. Sheriff, we got some madman down in fucking City Hall causing a ruckus. They cut over there. Secundus, he's going for the town records, dude. He's looking for Thomas Murray. See the staff's all knocked out. Oh, by the way, this is a fucking Christmas movie. Let's throw that on the list.
Sure.
Yeah.
Some lady comes in. I Secundus, a real Karen, as the Skibbity kids would say now. She's like, hey, you work here? My electricity got cut off. So what are you going to do about it, huh? You going to fix it or what? Just gets right up in his face.
I'm sure she didn't pay the bill. That's what it seems like.
100%.
That's how your stuff gets cut off. So
I mean, if there is a chick into fentanyl, that's she kind of looks like she was on a fentanyl.
My electricity got cut off. So what are you going to do about it, huh? Some
my back still hurts.
Yeah. Who am I to say anything about somebody's enunciation? But there's some real muddled dialogue in this movie, particularly with Tommy's friend later in the movie.
I understood all of it.
You should try watching it on VHS, dude. If you think your version was bad.
Rod's getting a whole new world here.
I didn't understand half of this movie, dude.
Secundus takes this chick hostage right as Abraxas runs in, as do our cops. Secundus threatens to crush her skull. Abraxas having to talk the cops down, do what he says. Secundus easily just manhandles Johnny, takes his gun and shit, goes outside.
Abraxas runs in, and then he runs out of the way so the two officers can run in the room as well.
It's called blocking, Dan. That's usually something they work out on the day.
Should have. Dive. Get down.
Yeah. All right. The cops just totally disregard these threats from Secundus because they continue to follow him. They're screaming at him and shit. Secundus is scaring the shit out of all the townspeople, shoots a mailman in the leg, hijacks a motorcycle, takes off.
Shoots that guy 3 times before he rips him off the bike.
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn, dude.
And then
can take a shot.
Then there was I guess this bike rider was out with another person on a motorcycle.
Yeah, there's another guy
Because
that comes
he's
up.
zooming around him. I don't know if that's to draw your eye over to that so you don't notice Sven having a tough time
Getting on.
Yeah,
it.
getting
he
on the
almost falls
motorcycle.
off, dude. Feels like he over jumped it, and then he's real wobbly coming out of that fucking getting it going.
So, and if the key to just the essence of Secundus is Grand Theft Auto, the essence of Abraxas is cardio. Just continues jogging down the street, doing what he can to keep up with Secundus. We see Tommy at recess with his friend. They're enjoying a slide. A few bullies come up. Dan, did the colors, did the coats of these kids, did it spark any playground memories for you?
I was trying to figure out what the brand was that they were wearing because I was like, I've never heard of that. Must have been a Canadian company, but
I mean,
yeah,
they look
these are some 90 coats.
they look like Midwest
80s.
scum, dude.
Yeah.
I mean,
That sort of liner, kind of plasticky outside, not quite like a bomber jacket,
It's getting soaked.
Yeah, like just massive gloves that your fingers can't move in. You may as well just have mittens.
Some acid wash jeans.
Yes. And this kid's the main bully's haircut is actually back in style.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Morgan Wallen is definitely got that hairstyle.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
He's a Kron does. He goes to his bar all the time over there.
I don't know who that is. Well,
Is he
I've heard the name.
Singer-songwriter?
Yeah, he's some kind of country.
Wouldn't say that.
Okay.
Some kind of country act.
He gets some songs sent to him, and he goes and plays some stadiums.
Is he in the movie Cars?
Not yet.
Okay. He'll
That's
do
why
a
Bones
voice.
doesn't know.
Yeah. All right. Tommy and his friend is trying to enjoy the slide. These bullies come up. This is our slide. No, it's not. It's everybody's slide. Tommy's friend's like, they're too big. Let's just leave it. They fucking push Tommy. They push the friend. Tommy starts using his carry mind powers. I'm sorry, his Colmater powers.
Is that the only power that the Comator has to make people piss themselves?
That's like tier 1.
Okay.
We're gonna see him start to, level up.
Thought it was funny that the kid's name was Willie and he pissed his pants.
Yeah. Hey Willie, I made you piss yourself.
Well, Willie's friend is a good friend because if one of you like pissed yourself, I wouldn't be like, that guy made you do it.
Like, you guys would make me piss my pants because I'd just be laughing at you because you told a good joke.
We get some. I don't know if this is satisfying, nonetheless, but it is a tad bit jarring that we immediately cut to this bully confronting Tommy in the bathroom.
I was like, oh, we're moving quick here.
I'm gonna make you real sorry, but Tommy is leveled up. He now has the ability to just fucking mind blast this kid into the toilet stall.
Say, did he go down the shitter? Like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's gone,
Kid's
dude.
gone,
He's
dude.
in the pipes.
Well, ma'am, we're sorry to tell you, but Willie disappeared in the toilet, I guess.
Well, did you guys try taking off the toilet and looking down the pipe? Did you guys even try that?
Well, that's good.
It's a good
Adam,
idea.
did we try that?
I think
He's a
I
custodian.
think moms in Canada probably get shit done, dude.
Hold on, let me dump this can of beans out so I can talk to the custodian real quick.
Wait, let me handcuff myself and then squat this toilet off the ground like a boondock saint.
Mm-hmm. It was a firefight.
Sonia gets home. She's got some groceries. She has to knock on her own door because she forgot her keys again.
Clumsy bitch.
Her friend
Idiot.
Betty, she's been babysitting Tommy and Tommy's friend. Betty asks if they're going to the movies tonight. She asks if she can stay back and watch their TV set while they're gone because theirs has lines in it. Just calling it a TV set. Okay. I can pinpoint this movie within a 10-year time span. Don't forget your keys, she says. But she fucking does. Cut to later that night. Betty is just enthralled with whatever procedural she's watching. Slam on the door. She thinks it's Sonia needing in. Nope, it's fucking Secundus. He blasts his way in. Grabs the little Tommy's friend. He has to believe that this is his own fucking seed, right? This must be the Colmater.
I mean, he's a kid at the house where he thinks the Comator lives. so
100%. Orders the answer box to start doing the tests.
That door is made of plywood, right?
It's
Like, that's the thinnest door.
Play-Doh, too.
He's got a 26 strength, dude.
That's true.
He's about to run this test on this poor kid. Abraxas busts in, hand to
I think we
hand.
should have stats on every actor that for every movie we cover.
I mean, Secundus is pretty shitty because his answer box is like, this is not the co-mater. And he's like, run the test anyway.
That legit might be a good show. Like, called Attributes or something. And it's like, you watch a movie, you pick a character, and you decide, like...
Stats.
Yeah, like, what are their D&D stats? What's their strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma?
Hey, copyright.
Did you ever have those Marvel cards back in the day?
100%. I have them somewhere. I think the second to last time I was on Nerds Geeks, I showed them off, and I cannot find them.
But it was like you would flip over the back and you'd be like, oh, Wolverine has strength of 7 versus the Hulk has 10. That's great. Like, what a discrepancy between these two.
Yeah. It would be, I feel like it was like fighting style, intelligence, and strength or something in there.
There were only like 4 or 5 stats,
Yeah.
but they had like everybody, like every single card, they had all that shit on there.
Yeah, that might be kind of fun. I wonder if there's like, some hardcore D&D guys that have done that. Huh.
Copyright.
All right. Hand-to-hand combat between Secundus and Abraxas doesn't last very long because Secundus stabs Abraxas with a broken lamp.
Soon I will have power beyond imagination. I will let you live so you can see everything you care about be destroyed.
He takes off. Sonia comes home, finds a random Abraxas stuck to the wall. I will say, JV sells the fucking face of getting stabbed. Like the quiet sort of shock. This is why I hire a wrestler, baby. Immediately upon seeing Abraxas, she has a flashback to that night where she gave birth to Tommy. She orders Tommy upstairs and takes a breath and then starts laying into Abraxas, wanting some goddamn answers. What the hell happened to me? Do you have any idea what I've been through? My asshole dad kicked me out. Do you have any idea how expensive...
Fucking child support.
Yeah. How expensive a 2-bedroom house is. God, I wish I had the mortgage of a 1980 or a 1992 bedroom.
How are we going to come up with $63 a month?
I don't know, flip the couch over. All right. She asks, why should I trust you? When Abraxas is like, we have to leave. He says,
If I was going to hurt you, I would have done that years ago.
see Secundus walking around town. Tries to open up Sonia's store. Some locals like, hey, dude, it's closed. Can't you read? Eh? Secundus says,
I'm looking for a man. A woman.
women. Ah, you're looking for women. Like exotic dancers?
I'm not familiar with the term exotic dancer.
Answer box cuts in. Exotic dancers are birthing members of this species performing contemporary fertility rites. Local says, yeah, man, there ain't no strippers in this part. You gotta go to the town over. Secundus says, thank you, throws this dude around, steals car number 3. Sonia and Abraxas, they're heading to her friend's house, Maxie. He's a guy who grows organic apples that she sells at the store. Somewhere good to hide.
And that's the kind of job you could have and have a 3-bedroom home back in the day.
A fucking massive compound. Some funny like conversation here. Like Abraxas is having to like quiet his answer box on this drive when he's asking like where we're going, and she's like, Maxie, he's a friend, and he's like, a reproductive friend. She's like, no, just a friend. And he's like, oh, I understand. Like, this dude's 10,000 years old. He's only like, I know Height and Dar, they mentioned that they had to intervene in Earth just like a handful of times. But I will say some of the like Earth knowledge stuff, it seems to be let's just totally make them dumb so we get some humor out of their interaction and trying to like grasp the understanding.
I think
so.
There's also a part in this scene where Abraxas is like, Tommy has entered an unconscious resting state.
Yeah.
And the mom says, no, he's just sleeping. It's like, that's what fucking sleep is. Like you are unconscious and resting.
All right, we see Height and Dar. They're back at the outpost still, and they're bitching. Dar's talking about, like, listen, the fucking warp tunnels are all fucked. We can't send anybody. Abraxas is going to do the right thing. Height's like, come on, man. He's had this kid in his possession for like 147 parsecs or something. And then this, I think, is a dig at Star Wars, because Dar says parsecs are not an appropriate Earth time unit. Punching up, right?
Yeah.
Got him.
Way up.
All right. Jack, this is Tommy's little friend. He's getting interviewed by the sheriff. They've come to the house. They're investigating what happened. Poor little Jack here, having a real tough time getting these lines of dialogue out. Sheriff's like, what did he look like? He's big and he had a beard. What did he want? You want to know if I knew something? And then the sheriff just has an existential crisis as he looks off into the distance and just says, what could a kid like you possibly know that he would want, or like know that he would need to know? Like what could a kid like you is such a fucking dig.
Yeah, this idiot.
What could a kid like you possibly know that this guy would want? All right. Deputy Johnny, he comes over and he's like, listen, we're going to take some blood off the sample, or some sample of the blood that we found on the wall. I'll send it to my friends downtown. We should have an answer in an hour. And Kron, we're going to take a pee break, but please don't take an hour.
We'll see.
All right, welcome to the back of the truck. Dan, thanks for skiing. I appreciate it.
Smells like farts back here, though.
Oh, I'm farting.
Well, mystery solved,
Well,
I guess.
You guys left me out fucking filling up the gas tank for 2 hours. I ate a bunch of Subway sandwiches.
Why didn't you just fart out there, dude?
Well, I was eating the sandwiches at the time.
Okay.
I'm
I
digesting
don't want to
it.
argue about it.
You got money to buy Subway sandwiches too? Dude?
I don't even have clothing, dude. Please help me.
We've just become so accustomed to your wiener that
Roll
I don't
this
even notice anymore.
Roll this Subway plastic bag up and put it over your dong like a chili pepper.
Well, I have to now. I don't have anything else.
Wrap this sandwich wrap around like a diaper.
Stop shitting in them, man.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, shut the hell up. It's time for the Hustler Minute.
Boom.
Guys, this is Kasha.
Ooh.
Oh, I don't remember.
Oh, I see some
I mean-
Sonya in there.
That's what I was looking for.
God damn.
Wait a
I
minute.
mean, absolutely stacked, right?
Yeah, I'm moving the Zoom window over to the big screen here. Yeah.
Bro, is that a card you withheld from us? I do not
No,
remember that.
I
one.
pulled the pile. I looked through them. I said, this looks vaguely Sonya-like.
I will say she is stacked, but I'm 100% positive that she has been vaulted T-squared. The T
All right,
stands
guys.
for
Yeah,
tits.
those nipples are sticking.
They,
1 o'clock, baby.
yeah, they're stretched at capacity.
But they look all right.
All right, guys. Kasha's statistics: 42, 22, 34. She's 5'5", 108 pounds, born in 1967. Hustler layout was November 1989. This unique Oriental blonde porn princess entered the world of erotica at the age of 18. Her acting is acceptable for the genre, and her heat comes more from her sultry body than over-the-board orgasms.
Wow. Who did she insult that they low-key?
Yeah, kind of a dig in there,
yeah.
dude. For explicit one-on-one with other girls, you can call 1-800-775-5885. The phone lines are still open. Back of the card, not really. It's kind of just a repeat of the front of the card.
Yeah, it's they just flipped the photo.
Yeah, they flipped it and cropped it a little.
Now her titties are facing eastbound.
Eastbound and down and all the way together.
But there you guys go. There has been your Hustler Minute.
National Lampoon Senior Trip. There was a guy on there looking for a blonde Asian.
Yeah.
That was like the woman of his... We might have talked about that already. I don't know why I remember that from that movie for some fucking reason. But that just something that's stuck in my head for years.
Them boys are thirsty in Atlanta. And there's beer in Texarkana. All right, when we left off...
Bill?
Abraxas...
Oh, hey.
Get out of here.
You right?
Be gone.
All right. See you boys later.
Abraxas, Sonia, and Tommy, they make their way to Maxie, the apple grower. And they just make themselves at home. They put Tommy to bed. Abraxas just takes up shop, doing some self-healing, shirtless on the bed. While Maxie and Sonia are having a little discussion about what's going on, Tommy wakes up and he slips into the room, finds a shirtless Abraxas sitting up on this bed.
On this bread, dude.
Yeah, he's getting his bread, dude.
Hell yeah.
You want to shit up here with me? I'll tell you a story. It's about two men
Love to your mother.
who were partners.
Abraxas starts telling the story of how Secundus thought he found a way to become all-powerful. He is no longer a good man. Sonia comes in, finds Tommy out of bed, scolds him. Abraxas
Yeah, don't be in bed with a shirtless man.
Yeah. That's what she wants to do. It's not fair.
Well, it's okay for her.
Yeah. She asked about how Abraxas' healing is going. He says, it's good.
Water helps. It's a great healer.
And of course, this just gives Sonia the idea that she needs to take a shower. She asks about Tommy. Abraxas warns that, he is a coal mater. The anti-life equation is in his head. It could remain dormant for the rest of his life, or it could be, kicked out of him because of stress and rage. We cut to the strip joint. Secundus walks in. He starts getting handsy, but this prompts all the Daltons in there to try to jump him. He
Touching the ladies.
easily kicks their ass, but once he realizes that that stripper isn't the birthing member he's looking for, he leaves.
Well, you mean she's not in love with me?
She doesn't work at Trader Joe's?
360.
Do you guys have any idea what I'm talking about with that? Have you ever shopped at a Trader Joe's?
Yes. Yeah, they're constantly like, so what are you doing this weekend?
Yeah.
It's like, well, are you hitting on me right now? Or
The first few times I went, I was like, I would come home and I would tell Sam, I was like, they're so goddamn nice at Trader Joe's. What the hell? And then I had like a guy check me out and I was like, okay, maybe I got it going on. Maybe I'm like a St. Louis 8. What's the deal here? And, somebody finally like broke it to me. Like, I hate that they like all fake nice and shit at Trader Joe's. And I was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
What? Was that an off mic conversation? Was that before we started? That my dental hygienist all have Trader Joe's disease?
no, I think you named your dental hygienist on pod. So
No, I would never do that to Cheyenne.
Silo or something?
No. But she is no longer. She moved to the other office. And it was
you didn't go with her?
when I brought it up, she's at the other office. They want to keep me at this one. Plus their hours over there are different, so it makes it difficult with work. So, because I brought it up after like the third time, I was like, what the fuck happened to Cheyenne? Like, why am I not? And they were like, she moved to the other office. And I was like, well,
because of you.
I was like, but Barb is a very aggressive flosser, like too hard. And I've even asked her to ease up. That's just Barb. Barb just beats the crap out of people. Okay. I found out Barb was retiring, and I found this out when I was met by my new dental hygienist. And let me tell you, she'd be a goddamn manager at Trader Joe's. Mm-hmm. I mean, this week was, come on. You don't got to be that close. All right.
What is it, like booby on the shoulder?
I mean, sometimes you get that at the dentist office, and it's fine. It's okay.
I'm not against it. I'm just asking.
I think it goes beyond that. You know, it goes beyond just offering me 2 Sensodynes instead of just the standard one in the gift bag. You know, it's.
What do you think we're rocking here on those mountaintops? 14ers, 13ers, maybe 12s?
I'm already crossing the line with how inappropriate I'm being. I'm not going that far. Okay. There's
5-day riddle.
There's a line of humor, and then there's a line of gentlemanly. Do you understand?
He's holding up a 1 and a 3, folks, with his hands.
The answer box starts getting real lippy with Abraxas once he turns it back on. And the answer box is bitching, you gotta fucking kill this kid, goddammit. Quit getting attached to these people. And he threatens to deactivate vocal mode. You will no longer speak unless spoken to.
This just turns vocal or answer box on.
Yeah. Abraxas has no regard for manners.
Daddy.
Remember, water is a great healer, so he goes into the bathroom to get some water.
It's really confusing because earlier it looked like water really hurt Abraxas.
After the travel warp, Kron.
I'm pretty sure this is a crime.
Yes.
What? It's not.
You don't just walk in and, I gotta wash my hands.
Yeah. I mean, Dan, did you feel violated every time Kron walked in on you taking a shower?
It's taking a shit, usually.
There's a curtain.
Yeah, dude, why you got a curtain around your toilet?
I didn't care. I still don't. I mean, you can come in if you
got like a Temple Grandin thing. Like you got to feel like hugged while you're pooping.
Is that a thing?
Temple Grandin?
We'll figure that out on the next meetup.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to Temple Grandin you.
You going to hug Dan while he shits?
Mm-hmm. That's what she did for those cows, man. All right. He catches Sonia in the shower. She's a little taken aback, but God damn it if there ain't sparks there. Johnny and the sheriff, they're chatting about the blood samples. They're driving out to Maxie's because the sheriff says that he drove out there the other day and saw a car. And Johnny starts going on about these
Do you think it
samples.
was Tomater out there, dude?
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, who's that?
Johnny asks the sheriff, do you believe in extraterrestrials? Sheriff's like, what the fuck? CIA, feds, now aliens, or ETs, he says. What the fuck's going on? Cut to Abraxas doing this like...
Wouldn't you want this if you were in like a small town and this was going on?
You mean...
Finally.
The Huxley Demolition Man, you'd crave some action?
Yeah, like, all right, sweet.
I mean, yeah. I mean, all these guys do. That's why they fucking get all these government grants to get riot gear and ex-special forces shit, and they show up to parades in a 511 polo and a, Kevlar vest, and they're showing off their sweet-ass forearm tattoo.
Sweet-ass
underneath
American
their fucking
tattoo.
Black Rifle coffee hat. Yeah, I'm a local sheriff.
Thanks to Black Rifle Coffee first.
Nope.
I have less training than a horny dental hygienist. And I have a gun. An eagle just took off again, dudes.
shit.
Fucking awesome. All right.
Told you to stop catching them.
Let's get going, man. We did so well last week with our time. Sonia and Abraxas, a little heart to heart here, talking about. She's like, "Why didn't you kill me that night?" And goddamn, if Ventura isn't selling this, man. You were an innocent, and you were brave. I could not have killed you. Secundus, it's time for his ass to eat. Goes and sits down at a local diner. The waitresses, they argue, no, fuck that. That's midsection. We split that. There's been murders and Grand Theft Autos. This guy's a fucking freak. Finally, one just laments, goes over. She stands there for a second. Also, did you guys notice 8 chicken fingers and fries for $4.75?
Not bad.
It's a good deal, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad.
Don't you wish for those days? Don't you wish for $55 Nine Inch Nails tickets and $4.75 chicken finger basket?
A fucking $1.99
$63 mortgage.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, he does in this scene order the entire breakfast menu. I bet his bill was, what, $53?
Yes.
I mean,
so the waitress approaches, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's just the nature of Sven, but he does just look so sad sitting in this booth by himself, just waiting. She approaches and he just says, "I'm hungry." She says, "Here's the menu. This I cannot eat." She goes, "No, you just use this to fucking order." And she points to the breakfast section and he says, "That's good. I'll have that." Sheriff invites Johnny over to the family Christmas dinner. I think that might have been off pod, you and me, Grant, talking about Johnny being obsessed with a free-range turkey and the sheriff not understanding. No, I paid for it.
Yeah, I paid for this.
The fuck is free range?
Oh, sorry.
They show up to Maxie's house. Sonia has to hide Abraxas. A little back and forth with Johnny, like calling her by her last name, Miss Murray. She's like, "Johnny, you fucking hit on me every day at my shop. Like, what's going on?" They think something's going on. We think you're involved. We think we can help. But Maxie helps her. They shoo the cops away. Abraxas comes downstairs and a little bit of where am I at? Abraxas warns Sonia that they don't need to freak out now. Even though the cops came by, if they were to freak out, it would freak Tommy and stress Tommy out more. And we can't do that because he's got an anti-life equation in his head. And also, if you do that, you raise his alarm, Secundus is going to find us. We just need to chill.
Yeah, nobody freak off right now.
Yeah. And
What the fuck is this kid?
Don't go Diddy on me.
Like, what the fuck is this kid?
he's a coal mater, dude.
What the fuck is that?
Dude, he'll make you
capable
piss
of-
your pants, dude.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. I don't understand what he is to these two.
Well, he's the co-mater.
Yeah. You're going to keep asking this question however many ways you want, and we're
So
going to tell
nobody
you
knows.
he's
Okay.
a coal mater.
He potentially
I got
has
it.
the
I got it.
anti-life equation
Yep.
in his head, dude.
What the fuck is that?
It's the
Kill
ability to
him
make
if
people
it's
piss
anti-life.
themselves. He will throw you into a toilet.
Mm-hmm.
It's bad shit, dude. It's a bad hombre.
Anti-man and anti-God.
So Braxis he's got to get a little firm here with
Free
Sonya.
man, Marilyn Manson.
God damn, I think Sonya's kind of into this because he's like, "I'll take care of it." She just kind of gives him a little smooch. That was pleasant. Now she's got to explain what a kiss is, and he is a fucking obsessed, dude. Goes in
This
for a
guy's whole
more.
life fucking sucks, dude.
Answer box gets lippy again. Guys,
Because the answer box wants to hurt this dude.
season 2, we were about hugging wives. Season 3, it's about kissing single moms.
Oh, hey.
I can get behind that, dude.
We're not married. I'm like step in.
I am not marrying them, dude. No, I will kiss them.
I didn't say marry. I said kiss.
I call it step Danning because,
They can throw their babies in the cold Canadian lakes for all I care. I'm not
Probably
not
jump
loving
from that
these
railroad
women.
track, bitch.
Not getting me on the hook for some colmater for 18 years. Fuck that shit.
Love them and leave them, dude.
You're like, you understand what a culminator is? Oh my God.
You know what the anti-life equation is? Fucking child support.
And the kid's sitting back there like, yeah, turn on Tomater.
I don't know who that is. Tommy runs away, dude. Answer box tells, the colmater child called Tommy has left the domicile.
There was a night at the store where we put on Cars, I think. Maybe that's why I
God
said we
damn,
watched
how
it together.
many times did you two watch Car?
Don't involve me in the we.
How many times?
Other people worked at the store.
That's probably what it was.
I legit did not know it was Tow Mater. I knew he was a tow truck, and I recall his name being Mater.
So you guys definitely saw it once in the theater,
I was just trying to tag the
and then you put it on
I
again
could
in
not
movie
tell you
gallery.
anything about the movie. I don't know. I've admitted to so much shit on this show. I would not be embarrassed to admit that. I don't know.
Sounds like two confirmed watches.
Cut
of
to
Cars.
the text message of like Danny Duck saying, fuck you, Bones. We watch Cars all the time. And
Here are the dates.
yeah. Dude's got a fucking memory like Secundus, dude. All right.
I don't know what that is.
It's okay. If you're not gonna play along,
What the fuck is Abraxas? The fuck is that?
He's a finder.
what's Abraxas? What's Abraxas? All right. I think Tommy leaves them a note, right? That Sonia finds.
Yeah, he left.
And she's like, I love you, and I think I also love Abraxas.
Yeah, weird.
It's like, it's worded really weird.
I mean, you're 10, you sat in bed with a topless man. Yeah, emotions are going crazy at that
He's
age.
so confused, conflicted. All right. Secundus finishes his breakfast. He notices that a school bus drives by. And he asks the waitress, all those children, where are they going? She's like, the fucking school, dipshit. He's like, is that where all the fucking kids go? She's like, yeah, there's only the one school. On his way out, she tries to hand him the bill. He's like, what is this? She's like, the bill. Did I order this?
Did I order this?
Everyone gets one. He fucking eats it, wishes her a Merry Christmas, and walks right out.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's a shock and awe. Like, yeah, there's dine and dash, and then there's just fucking eat the bill.
Mm-hmm.
You never gave me a bill.
I'm confused. You kept bringing me stuff that I ate, and now you bring me this thing, and I'm not supposed to eat it? There's no sign on the wall. Do not eat our bills.
Mm-hmm. I think if you eat
Post
if you eat
it.
the bill, you get the meal free. I mean,
Yeah.
You guys ever dine and dashed?
No.
no, I've left because they've like taken too long before.
Yeah.
But I don't think
Paid?
I don't think I ordered anything. It's like they never came to the table, and I just fucking left the restaurant.
My speed's only a 15, so I'm unable to dine and dash.
Like a 43 speed.
But like a 2 strength.
4.5.
How did your Wicked 2 audition go?
Too fat.
Too fat? Even at 85 pounds?
They're like, you couldn't even fly, monkey. I'm like, fuck.
Oh, you were going for the monkey role.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't doing anything major,
Right on.
And they're like, well, you're not being Oz. And I was like, come on.
Now, Secundus, on his way to the school, just out and about, walking downtown. Johnny and the sheriff drive by. Holy shit, Johnny spots him. They hop out. They yell, freeze. Fucking Secundus doesn't give a shit. Starts walking towards him. Says, my DNA's been altered. I can handle your weapons. Johnny says, well, try this one, and pulls a fucking Uzi out from underneath his coat.
Why does he have this?
If you're not on board by this point, I don't know what to tell you, dudes. Unloads half the clip into Secundus. It does knock him down for a second. Johnny
Interesting.
steps over to it to check it out. Secundus wakes up, flips Johnny into like a Jeep, picks up the Uzi, like Dan said, interesting, unloads the clip just out into the air, into the town, but ineffective, tosses it, takes off. In a cop car, I believe this is car number 4.
And I mean, the Uzi was effective. Surely he can see
Yeah.
all the fucking bullet holes he's left behind.
It honestly did better than the space laser that Abraxas was using in the beginning of the movie.
Mm.
All right. They find Tommy. He didn't hide very well. All right. He's just a 5-year-old coal mater. He's not a rogue level 11. Okay. They find him in the barn. They're going to go back into town. Abraxas says, can Tommy ride with me so we can kind of chat? Secundus, he makes his way to the school. The answer box is like, the coal mater's not within here. And he's like, yeah, I know. I have other plans. He steps into a social studies class, grabs the teacher, and says, bring me the coal mater. Teacher's like, what the fuck are you talking about? He says, bring me the coal mater, or I will kill all of these children. Uh-oh. He's got hostages, and we know his demands.
It's a real bummer that, like, in 1990, people were probably like, that's the craziest plot ever.
A guy walking into a school.
And threatening to shoot everyone inside of it. Yeah. It's just like reality now.
Yeah.
Like, in 34 years later, it's like, that happens legitimately.
You're not going to believe this. Another eagle just took off.
Fuck.
It's fucking
USA.
son of a bitch.
I'm sorry.
All right. During this conversation, oh, dude, fuck you.
I'm just tossing my heart out. Come on.
Yeah. All right. We find out Abraxas is 11,862 years old. He says, I know why you don't talk, dude. I know that you're afraid of the power inside of you. While this is going on, we see Height and Dar. They're back at the outpost, and Height is convinced. He's like, he's going to do it. This is the moment. He took the kid separate from the mother. He doesn't want to break her heart. He's going to do it. He's going to snuff this fucking kid. While they're driving up, Tommy starts having visions again. Flashes, explosions. Drive up on the scene downtown. Abraxas yells at one of the cops. He's like, I know where he is. I don't know where this jump is. Like how he's able to, because it's not like on his, I don't think his answer box says anything, but doesn't matter. He takes off. They follow.
The budget was running out, so.
Shouldn't have spent 2 days at that strip club.
Well,
Fucking Bill Clinton, man.
Bill, dude.
Ruined this movie.
Railroaded the production. Yep. And they had to go
these,
to
rich notes, man. Come on.
Well, and they had to go to Zimbabwe for 3 weeks. So
they get on the scene, fucking stand by, or crowd standing outside. Secundus at the window, fucking bring me the coal mater. Sheriff's like, what the fuck are you talking about? What do you want? Tommy slips away from Abraxas, just runs into the fucking school. I knew you would come. You are the coal mater. You will reveal the anti-life equation. He's about to perform the test on him. Fucking Abraxas saves the day again. Great little flash of dialogue when Ventura kind of whispers like, Tommy, run. fucking kid takes off. I think they fight with like a fire extinguisher and shit too, right? Does one of them knock him out? I don't know. The fucking fights in this are not very memorable. Tommy takes off. Abraxas gets knocked out.
There's a fire extinguisher.
Secundus steals his 5th car. Takes the door off this time. Loops around Tommy. Death stares. Uh-oh. Via narration, Abraxas tells us that he knows how Secundus will toy with Tommy. He's going to get him to boil like a pot of Sargatian oil. So it sounds pretty similar to like earth oil.
Yeah, any kind
Gets
of
hot, it boils.
olive oil,
Whale oil.
avocado.
Goat oil.
Mm.
Avocado oil is 500.
The smoke point?
500 what?
500 degrees for the smoke point.
Yeah. You got to cook your Impossible Burgers with olive oil or avocado oil, dude.
You didn't know that?
Or
Come
use coconut oil and then use that bad boy on your scalp and your beard.
I've only ever used olive oil for cooking.
Man,
You haven't moved on to avocado oil?
you're wasting your
No.
money.
No.
Dude,
Take a shot of it, cook with it.
you're taking 5 years off your life.
I don't get those years are gonna suck ass anyway, dude.
You might as well just start smoking again, dude.
I have.
You're still using avocado oil.
Your arteries are
Or
more
olive
clogged than the tunnels underneath the White House.
Honestly, I guess I've mostly been cooking with butter.
Yeah.
That's better than oil.
Height and Dar at the outpost. They're freaking out that the fucking colmator's reaching critical mass. Secundus says Tommy in this old warehouse. Of course. This type
What's
of movie.
the colmator?
He has the anti-life
Don't
equation.
engage. Don't engage. Dan, I need you to deactivate vocal mode.
Okay. Oh, only speak when I'm spoken to.
Mm-hmm. Guys, this warehouse has everything. It's got sparks. It's got graffiti. It's got razor-lined fence inside the warehouse. It's got old appliances. Secundus, he's toying with Tommy. Tommy's brain just freaking the fuck out. Old appliances are blowing up. Everything Tommy walks by starts freaking the fuck out. Secundus, unfazed. Abraxas shows up. You out of your control. You can't kill Sonia's son, and you can't kill me. Oh, yeah? Time for a kick-ass slow-mo fight.
I mean, they move in slow motion already.
Yeah,
so.
they didn't change the frame rate.
No.
They just told them to go 15% slower than what you were already doing. Tommy can't take it. The stress. It's too much. Causes a massive explosion. Secundus and Abraxas, they get launched out of the window. Secundus ends up on the ground. Abraxas is hanging from this window. I didn't know if Tommy was going to blast me off the face of the planet or offer me a hand up. Sonia has to fucking talk Tommy down. They help Abraxas up. Sonia, carrying Tommy, can't get this fucking fence open. Time to remind you how fucking strong Jesse Ventura is. Just fucking rips this fence apart.
Just pulls it open.
Yeah. Well, she was pushing. She should have been pulling. Uh-oh. Secundus isn't out. He's not dead yet. Jumps up on him before they can escape. Another fight. The cops come in, but they're useless. Secundus starts giving fucking De Niro Irishman kicks. Abraxas gets his foot, tosses him into the wall. Why you don't just shoot like a struggle, the foot on his chest, you know, and then he looks over and he sees Tommy's face and he sees Sonia's face, and like that's the deciding factor, right? Like, just do something to sort of explain like why this guy now is able to push him off of him since he's gotten his ass kicked 6 or 7 times, which I like. I like that he's that Secundus is, the better fighter, but come on, man. You could have had a 4-star movie here.
No, you couldn't have. Not in your wildest dreams could you have.
Abraxas on top of Secundus. He's about to break his neck. Fucking computer has to remind him, you can't do this. You can't kill a fellow finder. He gets him up against the wall, and he orders his own answer box to run the anti-life equation test. Goddamn, Secundus, his head, everything. Discorporation. On the way out, the answer box advises Abraxas that he has a new assignment already. He says, can you tell Command that somebody's probably going to come after Tommy? I would advise that a full-time finder be assigned to guard him. Jesse Ventura starts tearing up. Goddamn, if Bones didn't start tearing up here. I would very much like that assignment. Answer box says, you'd be giving up your finder status. And he's like, I know. Answer box requests, well, can I stay with you? Uh-oh. Oh, we don't have to wait very long. Turns out Height was all wrong about Abraxas. He's a good dude. Yep. 11,000 years on the Force. Let him stay. I'm terrestrial now. They drive off.
Ice sweeps in, takes him away.
Another finder shows up and instantly shoots him in the face.
Yeah. I'm really glad you're staying, Sonia says as they drive off. Me too, says Tommy. The end. Abraxas, guardian of the universe.
Whoa.
Holy shit. I still don't know what the fuck happened in that movie. Ladies, gentlemen, upon further research, this was released December 18th of 1990 in Japan. We'll go with that one. I don't know the budget. I think it went direct to video from what I could gather. At the cinema that month, you could catch Tim Burton's Edward Scissorhands. You could catch Kindergarten Cop. You could also catch The Bonfires of Vanities. Arnold Schwarzenegger was offered this role. I turned it down.
I love he maintains the BDP joke that BDP doesn't know the name of the movies that he's directed.
Who directed that one?
Brian De Palma.
Oh, he did Kindergarten Cop?
And Body
sure.
Heat.
He did Bonfire of the Vanities. It's a huge flop.
Arnold decided to do Terminator 2 over this. So, I mean, maybe a better move.
I didn't buy that. I don't think this makes its way.
When I seen the Kindergarten Cop, well, I was like, well, it was probably shot in 89, so.
What
this script got sent to him, but I don't think he read it.
Yeah.
He's like,
Arnold is like, duh, that's the obvious choice. And maybe that's how they got Sven involved. You know, like he threw it on the ground and Sven happened to just be like around him. What is this?
I'll take this. We covered Jim Belushi playing the principal.
That sounds good. Principal. I'll have that.
Kron the Principal is a 1987 movie.
All right.
And he drives a motorcycle.
It's a cool guy. Originally rated R by the MPAA. A topless scene was cut, so it dropped to PG-13.
Boo. Boo.
Jesse, the body Ventura, wore a t-shirt promoting this movie while doing commentary for Survivor Series in 1989. Kron, I know you'll look that up.
Probably will.
The Voice.
Who won the series that year, dude?
89 is say Mr. Perfect.
That's a good guess.
Voice of the Answer Box, the female voice. She did appear in Heavy Metal from 1981, which we covered. She did some voice work in there. Jesse Ventura, this is the 4th time I believe he's on the show. Running Man, Ricochet, No Holds Barred in this one.
Mm-hmm.
So, got a 4-timer here. And that's all I got for Abraxas, Guardian of the Universe from 1990. Rate my box.
Take me up inside.
Thank you, Danimal. Listener, as a reminder, rate my Letterboxd. Kron, you gave me a 2.5. Dan, a 3.0. The average rating on Letterboxd at time of record, 1.9. Dan, what you got for Kron?
I got a 1.5 for Kron Howard.
Real quick, the winner of the 1989 Survivor Series was The Ultimate Warrior.
Fuck.
I've got Dan at a... Let's go... I'm going to go 1.5.
A fantastic maneuver by the Ultimate Warrior. And you at home, if you want to pull a fantastic maneuver, head to your local video store and pick up Abraxas, Guardian of the Universe, and you too may find the answer to the anti-life equation.
Dan, 2.0. Kron, 1.5.
All right, folks. Abraxas, Guardian of the Universe from 1990, directed by Damian Lee. This thing felt like it was 2 hours long. Sometimes 2:30. I still don't know what the fucking cumulator is. I have no idea why these guys were chasing this kid.
It has the orgasm formula.
We got too much running around in the woods. We got a 60-minute movie here. Let's add another 20 of them just running around. Sonya's hot. When I did the research and I learned that they cut the topless scene, that dropped some points as well. Come on. This is shot in 89. What are we doing? Sci-fi wordage in this movie is on another level, which I appreciate. So that's a good thing. Some decent jokes, the VD stuff. I don't know. The dumbness of Abraxas, like Bones said, through the film, as they get what they got. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, let's make him kind of dumb. I think it works, but this just, it was kind of tough to get through at some points. This is a 1.5 for me. It's got, you look at it and you're like, man, that's going to be awesome. And then you get to it and it's, you need a little bit more explanation, maybe. These guys are in the same room with Circumtrus, whatever the fuck his name is, 18 times, and the worst cops in season 3 so far. So yeah, it's a 1.5.
Wow. All right. Thanks, Dan. I mean, I feel like I'm going to echo a lot of what Dan said. This movie, I mean, I don't know if it needed more explanation. The movie's just boring, like start to finish. It's just a slog to get through. they had, I think even 60 minutes is generous. They had 40 minutes of a plot and tacked on enough runtime to get them close to the 90-minute mark. As I was watching this the first time, I thought, have we covered a movie that has so egregiously broken Kron's law before? I mean, Abraxas is just telling you, go watch Terminator 1 and 2. You'll have a much better time, has a bigger budget, has better writing, has better acting. In every single facet, those movies are better than this movie. I don't know if there's much redeeming quality. I know this movie is boring because the second time that I sat down to watch this, at 2 points, I looked at my phone and I was like, shit, now I got to rewind like 10 minutes. The second time, I put my phone away, put it down. And by the end of the movie, I was thinking, that's kind of an interesting pattern in the ceiling. That's how fucking boring Abraxas was to me. There's just not anything there to really latch on to. And as I thought of my rating for this, Bones, I'm sorry, but I gave Campfire Tales a 2, and I thought I liked watching that movie better than this movie. I am also a 1.5 on Abraxas.
Kron's law is difficult to apply to the sci-fi genre. A strength of the sci-fi genre, and I would say fantasy, is incorporating elements of stories before. I don't know if it's totally fair to apply Kron's law to Abraxas in a just go watch Terminator. Because if you do that, you also have to like look at the entire breadth of all like bad sci-fi from the 60s through the 80s. And I think there's just sort of like an overload rule that has to apply where it's like, okay, you're allowed in. I will tell you that when my rating appeared in my mind's eye and I typed it out at the bottom of my note screen that I always do whenever I'm leading plot, I thought, no, that's wild, right? So I went to the big list and I was like, what is the movie that I'm vibing, like I'm getting connective sort of tissue with? And then I said, no. Let me look through the eyes of a one Kron Howard and what I would think is a movie that's comparable for his taste and what he gave it. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe Shock 'em Dead, you gave a 3.5.
I think that's right. I mean, I can look at the list here. Yeah, Shock 'em Dead, 3.5.
Okay, Abraxas is a 3.5 from Bones. I will say, Bones rule. Every movie starts at a 3. First 10 minutes of this, we're down to a 2. You're pretty bad, but you're still fun. And I'll be goddamned if we weren't getting a 0.5 once it dug into the humor. It dug into accepting what it was and somehow really delivering it on its promise really early in the movie. I do think it drops. It suffers the inevitable, we're just going to end in a warehouse and fight. But I was weirdly emotionally involved. I was shocked at how much, like, Ventura's putting some stank on this. Like, Sonya's getting better throughout this movie. On my second watch, I was like, this is really a terrible thing that this woman had to go through, and she like handles it with grace and shit. I do think you take out unnecessary narration, you clean up the front end. I'm not saying you have a good movie, you have a better movie. But I was never bored in this. I watched it 3 times, and every time I was noticing something goofier, some sort of like weird mirroring, like Johnny and the tall forklift driver and Secundus with the tall like garage shop owner and how they interacted with that differently. Sort of laying to you that, oh, Secundus is way more of a threat. These cops aren't going to handle shit. So by the time this dude pulls out an Uzi, this is fucking funny. I think it's a 3.5. I might be overcompensating knowing that you guys were going to go pretty low, but I think by like, if Shock 'em Dead is in there at a 3.5, I got to stay true to Bones. 3.5 for Abraxas, Guardian of the Universe.
Wow. Abraxas, gentlemen, would have an average score from the three of us of 2.17. This would end up at number 141 on the big list. This would be right below Masterminds and right above Friday the 13th, Jason Goes to Hell.
Yeah.
Well, that's 2 down in the Tubi roulette. I guess we just now need to decide where we go from here.
I think that the smirk on somebody's face indicates that we're either in for a major letdown or a giant treat. I don't think there's any in between.
Yeah.
But
I know what it is. I'll say that much.
I'm now realizing that I didn't put the gas cap back on the tank. So I say we call it here for Laundry Dan. Cron Howard, I've been Bones. That's been Abraxas, Guardians of the Universe. Crash and burn.
Kron has entered an unconscious resting state.
I want more stats. Give me more stats.
Good evening, cowards. Kron Howard here. Make sure to follow 5 Day Rentals on all socials. Letterboxd, Instagram, Threads, YouTube. And hey, if we can all band together and convince him, Laundry Dan will start making TikTok dance tutorials. Please make sure on whatever platform you're listening to this podcast, be a pal and rate 5 Day Rentals 5 stars and leave a glowing review. Or, if you'd rather, leave us a shitty review. Make sure to tell us that we didn't spend enough time reading the Wikipedia for the movie we just covered. All 3 of the hosts really enjoy that. If you have any questions or concerns, you can email us at 5dayrentalspodcast@gmail.com. Or better yet, check out the show description on the very episode you're listening to find a Discord link. You can find all 3 co-hosts there, as well as some of your favorite 5DR guest hosts, such as Name Redacted because they don't want to be associated with the show, Perk from the New York Ripper, and finally, Name Redacted. If you use my name in any way, you will regret it. 5 Day Rentals is independently produced by Bones, Kron Howard, and Laundry Dan. All music provided by Dkrefft. Make sure to check out his solo work as well as his band, Home is Midnight. And now, back to the show.
Welcome back, everybody, to 5 Day Rentals After Shower Show.
Kron, there was no lettuce in that sandwich wrapper when you put it on as a diaper.
Okay. So what? So I found some.
And you put it in your diaper?
Yes. It soaks up some of the liquid.
Is that turkey hanging out of there or what?
No, I ate all the turkey, dude. That's a loose piece of flesh.
I heard Kron has the meats.
Looks like it.
If you guys could just get me some sweatpants or something.
Why is this so difficult?
The next rest
It's a
stop,
truck stop.
please.
Go get a fucking I Love Branson sweatpants.
Yeah.
I don't have any money.
There's a fucking badass hat with a fucking eagle on it.
Okay, get it for me, dude. I will wear it.
Dan and I both got close. You should be able to figure out how to get
I need
close.
sweatpants more than anything, though.
It's like number one. I do like how we're saving money, though, showering all together, though. The lady, when we purchased, thought it was weird.
Fuck her.
Well, my giant trench coat paid off, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dan, you get on my back, Kron. You wrap around my front. We throw that bad boy over. I look like Raphael coming out of the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, Critters 2
Yeah.
or whatever he was watching.
Who thinks of this shit?
It really worked after all these
What is it?
years.
Who comes up with this stuff?
Yeah, I think that's right.
This stuff.
Who comes up with this stuff?
I don't know. We've never covered those movies on our show. Right?
What are we watching next?
Hey, Kron, season 3 kickoff. Tubi Roulette.
Jesus.
Roulette. Rolex.
Russian-
Tubi Rolex.
Russian roulette. So, the first one I went into was modern classics, and I ended up with Heat.
Oh, thank Christ. Oh, awesome. This is awesome.
That's a 5-star banger. So
The
we're
Burt
not doing
Reynolds
that one.
ones?
Yeah.
No, the Michael Mann Heat.
Oh, weird.
So that's a no-go. So Kron went into his first category was killer thrillers. Well, that's the second one I chose.
I thought that category had a lot of promise.
What?
Besides,
does.
Why did you? There's
he
Why
just
did I
said he was a 5-star. You couldn't pick it.
no. I understand.
Heat.
I understand re-rolling, but why wouldn't you stay in modern classics?
What?
Why
So
would-
we had to watch
think so
Lawrence of
either.
Arabia?
Yeah. When I think modern, I think Lawrence of Arabia.
It's still
I guess in the calendar of space time, Lawrence of Arabia is as modern as you can get.
It's Oscar
But
season.
so you went into the same category that he went into.
No, he went into that first. That's why I asked. When he went 2 weeks ago, I was like, wait, no, you took slashers. And he was like, oh, yeah, that's right. It wasn't killer thrillers. So I was like, oh, sweet.
Killer Thrillers is where I had to re-roll because the
Yeah, I just
director had issues.
I just can't believe
Yeah.
even with the pedo threat potential in killer thrillers that you would return to it.
It's a risk I'll
There's
take,
800 fucking subcategories on Tubi.
Killer Thrillers is such a good name, though. Come on.
good stuff.
How are you not attracted to that?
I'm attracted to Sonya right now.
Right now, Killer Thrillers is a double D, and I'm fucking there, brah. So I did the up, down, right, left, up, down, 2, square, triangle, blah, 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 blah. What do you guys know about the piano?
Not much.
Not much.
The Adrian Brody, the piano.
Well, speaking of Adrian Brody, he's might be up for an Oscar. Might have been in a movie where he plays the piano, directed by another man that's not allowed to go to America. We're not doing that one, guys. Guys, from 2013, we celebrate a man who just had a birthday on September 28th. Named Mr. Elijah Wood. And he is joined by Mr. John Cusick. A film I never knew existed. It's called Grand Piano. Directed by Ignio Mira. I'm probably butchering that name, so sorry, buddy. But it's called Grand Piano.
I would say Eugenio Myra.
Eugenio Mira? It is
It is
Spanish descent. So
Mira.
Mira.
That'd be Swedish. Mira.
Mia. I don't know. Mira. But yeah, that's what it is. You look at the description. I'm not mad at it. I looked at it. It mentioned Brian De Palma a little bit. But this is basically a phone booth type of movie where if he plays a wrong note, a sniper is going to kill him. So kind of a suspenseful killer thriller. There you go.
The beginning of Red Dragon.
Yeah, a little bit. But there it is. Like I said, could have been worse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably could have.
Yeah.
So when I got this one, I was like, all right, not the worst we could have done. But
I will say this, looking it up on his...
have you seen this?
No, but looking on his letterbox, right? Because I went Elijah Wood. Because at first I thought we were going to, when you said Elijah Wood, I was like getting excited that we were going to do that heist movie that he did with Cage. Like when you said Cusack, I was like, is that the fucking Safe heist movie or whatever that they made? And then I realized, no, that's Cage. My point being, you only have to go down one page to get to Grand Piano.
He made that.
That's pretty
Lord
good.
of the Rings money.
So
Dude.
it's probably good, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
Probably-
like it's
probably
in
really
it's
good.
in the top third, top quarter of his filmography rating wise. So who knows?
Okay. Written by Damien Chazelle, the guy who directed La La Land, Babylon.
La La Land, that won the
Whiplash.
Oscar, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, it did not. Moonlight won the Oscar. that
No,
year.
it's whichever one they say first.
Yeah.
Because then I shut the TV off.
Whiplash, First Man. I'm 50-50 on this guy. He's won me over with First Man and Babylon, but the other two, whatever. I know Kron enjoyed La La Land.
I mean, it's all right. Not like the best movie in the world, but I probably like it more than you do, I guess.
Yeah, I'll say that.
I've only
But-
seen the two, Whiplash and La La Land. And Whiplash I would give a 5-star, probably. What was that face?
It's all right.
Okay.
But Grand Piano.
I mean, this is good. This is what I wanted out of Tubi Roulette. 3 movies none of us probably would have picked in our wildest dreams to bring to the podcast. So I think the category has been a success.
I think every first category of every subsequent season should be Tubi Roulette.
That's a good point.
Just to
Fine with it.
just it's an icebreaker.
Mm-hmm. It's a way to get back in,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
This is a good spread of flicks then.
Yeah. Once you...
So help me God, if there's not an RV in this movie, Dan, I'm beating your ass.
There's a limo.
Or somebody trying to finger in the backseat of a car.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. This movie better open at Lover's Lane, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Gentlemen,
let me finger your keys, baby.
Yeah, I know you can play those keys pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's see what you can do with a woman's body.
No, not my ebony.
Save it next week. Okay. But yes, it's Grand Piano from 2013. If you'd like to follow along, please. It's available on Tubi,
They're all available on Tubi.
hopefully.
On Just Watch, Abraxas does not pop up on as being available on Tubi. I think I mentioned at the end of last week where I was like, as of right now, it's still on Tubi. But if you search for it on Just Watch, it wasn't popping up.
Well, you can't keep track of everything that's on Tubi, man. I mean,
It is a...
What a time to be alive. The time of Tubi.
it's
you
the
can-
best streamer.
You can dig. You can dig on that. So,
Thanks, Dan.
but yeah. We'll look forward to next week. We'll see you then. Crash and burn.
I've been vaulted. T squared.
Crash and burn.